Hey everyone, welcome to Stevenson in Washington. It's 5:30 in the afternoon and it's still over 100 degrees, so we've been cooking all day basically. But it's been a great day actually. Today we've been riding the brand new or 2019 Yamaha Tracer 900 GT. Now this is based very heavily based off the MT-09, the naked bike. With me is my good buddy here, Aaron Bast. If you guys remember the R1 video we did couple of months ago. He's back and we're gonna pick the brains of this new baby. So
all right,
nice to see you again.
Hey
dude.
Rennie, hey.
Yeah,
how you doing?
Cool, man. So talk us through, the arrival of this bike. We have two Tracers now for 2019.
That's right. So for 2019, we've got the Tracer 900 GT, which is the bike we rode today, but we also have a Tracer 900. So for the buyer that maybe is a little bit more value conscious, we have a bike that's $2,300 cheaper. Yeah, two great models we have for our riders.
How much is this? Is this one MSRP?
This is $12,999.
$12,999.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So what makes the GT? What have we got?
So we got a lot to talk about actually. Yeah. So starting off with the suspension, so we have new KYB forks up front, fully adjustable for compression, rebound, and preload adjustability. Out back we have a new KYB rear shock, which is adjustable for rebound, and then it's got this really cool remote preload adjuster as well. So real easy to make those changes. On top of that, we've got a beautiful TFT meter for the exclusive to the GT model. We also have heated grips. Not that we needed them today, but they're there and they work really great. We also have a quick shifter, and then we have these side cases as well. So these are standard parts on the GT model.
Great.
Yes.
With that dash, I noticed with that dash especially, it's very similar to the R1 dash in a way.
It has a lot of similarities to that, but it does have some integrated features to it to make it exclusive to this particular model. So the heated grip function, for example, is all integrated and built into that TFT model. So it's not exactly the same, but has a lot of similarities for sure.
So and we have cruise control on this as well, and the cruise control has now been moved to the left-hand side, correct?
Well, so cruise control is new for 2019. We did not have that on the previous model, so that's another feature that's found on the GT. Yes.
Cool. I got mistaken on that one. How big are the side cases? What are we looking at?
I believe they're 22 liters each.
Cool.
Yeah, 22 liters of side case capacity.
Yeah. They're very slim design, aren't they?
Yeah. What's cool about these two also is their color match to the rest of the bike. So we've got this shade of black that perfectly matches the Raven shade of black to the fuel tank. So really nice integration. As well.
As for the motor, is there anything different with this motor compared to an MT-09? Is it the same thing?
Motor's same.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's the same 847cc inline 3.
Yep.
We've got the Yamaha chip control throttle. We've got the drive mode variable throttle mapping, the assistant slipper clutch. So that's all there. So
and
a lot of the same parts that carry over.
And we got the quick shifter.
Quick shifter. Yeah, that really, one of the things we talked about was in increasing the versatility. It's a sport touring bike, so it has to do both of those things really well. So adding that quick shifter to this GT model just adds that more sporting characteristic and that sporty fun to the bike, as you found out when we were riding in the twisty roads up there in the mountain.
As far as accessories go, I mean, this is a touring bike, so people are going to want to throw some stuff at it. What do we got?
Absolutely. So accessories, we've got a lot of those. We have a larger windscreen. We also have we have a different seat as well. We also have a heated seat if you want to purchase that in addition. Frame guards, we also have the frame guards, the engine guards. So there's a variety of different accessories. You can kit out this thing however you want.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's there seems to be a bit of a growing number of kind of Tracer groups sort of popping up around the country as well.
Yeah, I was really excited. Obviously, we introduced this bike and right before leading up to this ride, I was noticing quite a bit of interest in this particular model. That I think there's a lot of enthusiasm and pent-up demand for this bike in particular, especially with all these special things. One thing I forgot to mention about with the exclusive to the GT model is the full adjustability to that suspension. You're not going to get that full adjustability on the base Tracer 900. But yeah, I think there's a lot of interest, especially with all these goodies with the TFT and the quick shifter and the heated grips and cruise control, things like that.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great, man. Well, thank you. Thanks for having us once again.
Yeah. Hope you had fun.
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right.
So I guess I'll tell you what it's like to ride now. I've had a lot of experience on these things. I mean, I've ridden so many MT-09s now, I've lost count. So I mean, to me, I love that engine. I think that triple engine is one of the best things that Yamaha's made for a really, really long time. And thankfully, a lot of other people do as well, because they've sold that many of them around the world. In fact, my old man, hey Dad, back home, he has a Tracer. He loved it that much that he bought one. He bought the 2017 model FJ09. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, love the engine. Just torque for days, and it pulls really hard from like 4th, even 5th gear. You can be super lazy with that gearbox. You can just kind of let it lug you around from corner to corner, but if you really want to get into it, the thing will stand up on its head, or on its hopefully not on its head. The thing will stand up on the rear wheel seriously quickly. It really doesn't take much to be able to put this thing up and do nice big old wheelies on it. But anyway, comfort is really, really good on this. So like we were riding this morning at what, 8 o'clock, I think was kickstands up. And look, it's nearly 6 o'clock now, and we only stopped for an hour for lunch. So normally on most other bikes, I would just be like, oh God, get me off this thing. But this thing's been really, really good. The seat's a little bit firmer as well. It doesn't let you sink. Now, it's always been a big issue I've found with sport touring bikes, is that after a while, it just becomes like you sink into it, and when you sink into it, it gets harder. So having a slightly firmer seat overall is a much bigger benefit for guys that really want to do long distance riding. Now, you know, in that regard, you got cruise control as well. And that's a huge thing. I mean, I don't know why I thought it had cruise control before, but anyway. Yeah, cruise control is brilliant, and it's left-handed. I have no idea why some manufacturers put cruise control on the right-hand side when you're trying to set the speed and then do all that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. So for me, I would have liked to have seen a smaller screen. I don't particularly like tall screens. I'd rather have a screen that finishes there, and so the wind blast hits you in the chest versus anywhere in the helmet, because it does just go a bit does annoy you fairly consistently with that sort of stuff. Another thing, it was very difficult sometimes if you were really getting into it, you wanted to scooch back and put the balls of your feet on the pegs. Now my boot would end up hitting the passenger peg, and so your foot would end up kind of cocked at a weird angle, and then I'd end up dragging my shoes or my riding boots. So that's a little bit annoying, but there's not really anything you can do about that aside from, you know, basically taking the pegs off, which you can't do anyway because it's bolted to the subframe, or it's welded to the subframe. So there you go, that's just how it is. But look, in all, 13 grand for this bike. Yeah, it's a really, really good bike. Yeah, it's got excellent build quality. You know, the new touches on the graphics, and you know, just slightly different bodywork, and that's a bit sharper as well. And you know, just all like little touches here and there. You know, 12-volt socket as well, so you can charge and put all your stuff in power outlets just up the top here. So you can take this thing, do an iron button this thing if you want, quite easily. It's nice and light on its feet, turns really well, stops well. It's got plenty of grunt. It's a really cool bike. You know, it's kind of like the mid-level, I guess, in terms of the touring bikes. I guess in terms of Yamaha, you know, they've got some more expensive touring bikes out there, but this is certainly the sportiest of the lot until they start building an MT10 Tracer. Wouldn't that be good? But we'll have to wait to see if that ever would come to fruition. But yeah, look, another great bike from Yamaha. This is one of those bikes that you're going to be able to buy and you're going to have for 10 years. You know, you won't get sick of it. It's probably not the most exciting bike in Yamaha's range, but it's very, very dependable, very reliable. Build quality is excellent. Good stuff. Right, so if you like this video, guys, please hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and any comments, comment section below. Do our best to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. You know, we're always busy here at Cycle News, but we always want to hear from you guys. Anything you want to see as well, please just let us know, and we'll hopefully get in touch with you. But thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.